Leo Santa Cruz.
Yep, we're back.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm happy that I'm back at the gym. I'm getting ready to go back there and fight a few more fights. I'm ready for whoever.
Awesome. Is there anyone that, or how about this? Do you want to give me maybe like a few people you have your eye on?
I have a few. I have Ray Vargas. I have Wood, the guy from England. Gary Russell. There's Magallaso. He lost to Ray Vargas, but still a good fighter. Any of them fighters, I'm willing to fight. Whoever the fans want me to fight, I'm willing to fight whoever. I'm ready. I just come here in the gym and get ready for whoever they tell me.
Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. Check this out. Y'all already know how bad I've been on Leo Santa Cruz ass, right? The managers, the promoters, they just won't let me get an arm's reach of this motherfucker.
Leo, you better keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. How dare you say something about me wanting to fight Terrence Crawford? When I wanted to fight your punk ass, you was a cold sucker. You ain't do nothing. You see I had my son on one of my videos, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to let him know I'm trying to raise my young boy to become a young man. You know what I'm saying? If somebody put their arms around me when I get older because they want to fight my son better motherfucker beat their ass. My son better say, you know what, daddy? Damn that. I'ma fight him. I don't care what the fuck happen. I'ma fight it. I'ma give it every fucking thing I got. Because fuck that. You a bitch. Stop playing with me, Leo. Like I say, to the real fans, man.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah, I like them.
Like this?
I like all them. Like, you see the chains? I like them. Stop ducking it. Stop ducking it. Come see me. I want you. I want you. I'm in arm's reach. I can touch him. I can put my hands on him, Leo.
Really?
I can put my hands on him. So if you want some smoke, I'm not playing no games with nothing moving. Don't think y'all can pop up and run around and hide and disappear. Stop acting like a sucker and come see me before I go get your father. I already put my hands on him. I could have put him in the L for real if I wanted to. Stop playing with me, shorty. Grow some nuts, grow some kahunas, however you want to call it. Come see me, man.
For some weird reason, I told Leo that I can't get within 10 feet of Leo. It's just so funny and ironic that I can see his dad. So, Leo, I can touch your dad. I can put my hands on him. I can put my arm around him. Why is it that I can't do the same with you? Get in the ring. A lot of people, you have a lot of ignorant people out here that looked at that video and felt like that I was trying to do something harmful to Leo's dad. That's completely bogus. I have a ton of respect for him. I have a ton of respect for Leo. Just for us to be able to come up in the amateurs, and still be at the top of our game from so much long ago all the way up until now speaks volumes on the pedigree that Leo has, speaks volume on the pedigree that I have, and I have to take my hat off to his dad, to be able to get his son to the point in which that he is.
What's good, YouTube? It's KB with JusDueBoxing, back with another video. And man, what y'all just heard, the first clip was a clip Leo Santa Cruz just did with Fight Hype the other day, stating that, he stated a few fighters that he got his eyes on. He said Lee Wood, he said Ray Vargas first, he said Lee Wood, and he mentioned none other than Mr. Gary Russell Jr. So I had to make this video because, I know a lot of people think that fight has since now passed, since it didn't happen back years ago, but I still think that it's a very good fight, and I think I think I can make a good case as to why this fight should happen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I needed to hear was Leo Santa Cruz got his eyes on Mr. Gary Russell, saying he's willing to fight him, even though he showed a real reluctance in the past to even step in there with Mr. Gary Russell for one reason or another, which I seen as a collage and the clips of, their past history and beef, if you want to call it that, and Gary Russell aggressively calling out Leo Santa Cruz to the point where, he even, put his arm around his father. Like, he tried everything he could to get Leo Santa Cruz in the ring. And, you know, I say, you know, the past is the past, but still in all, it still happened, and this is still a fight that I think would be great for boxing, and it still needs to happen. I don't think these two guys are way past their physical primes, despite Gary Russell, you know, coming off a upset loss, which wasn't really a loss in my opinion, and an injury. I think he could definitely return back to top form, and I think this is a fight that the boxing world would definitely want to see. I mean, who wouldn't want to see Leo Santa Cruz versus Mr. Gary Russell, man? You know, you got Leo Santa Cruz, he's 38-2-1, 19 KOs, he's 33 years old, orthodox fighter, he's 5'7.5" with a 69-inch reach. You know, his last fight was February 5th on the Thurman versus Barrio undercard. You know what I mean? Where he went up against Keenan Carbajal, who was 23-2-1, where he pretty much won a 10-round unanimous decision, winning all the rounds. It was pretty much a shutout. The scorecards was 100-90 all across the board. Leo looked well refreshed. He had his high usual punch output. You know what I mean? That tank loss looked like it helped him. It looked like he was well rested, man. As I like to joke, man. Salute to Leo Santa Cruz for making his ring return and battling back. And from the looks of that fight against Carbajal, you would have never known that he just got knocked out the fight before against Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Gary Russell, on the other hand, he's 31-2 with 18 KOs, 34 years old. He's a slick southpaw, 5'4.5" with a 64-inch reach. You know, his last fight was January 22nd, as I just stated earlier, against Mark Magsayo, who was 23-0, who he lost a close decision of the scorecards was 114, 114, 113, and 115 twice. So that should have told you how close that fight was, given the fact that Gary Russell hurt his shoulder in the 4th round, and Magsayo still wasn't able to beat him convincingly and outbox him convincingly. So in my opinion, the judges got it wrong, and Gary Russell Jr. should still be the WBC the WBC featherweight champion, He should still be the featherweight champion of the world. But nonetheless, can't cry with spilled milk. We all seen what happened. In my humble opinion, I felt like Mr. Gary Russell still pulled it off, and he outboxed, Mark Magsayo with one arm. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, like I said, Santa Cruz mentioned his name. I'm an advocate for fighters fighting people who want to fight them. And if he said he got his name on Mr. Gary Russell, I'm pretty sure Mr. Gary Russell would still want to get his hands on Leo Santa Cruz, because this is, I never seen him pursue a fighter, I don't think, as hard and actively as he pursued Leo Santa Cruz. There's no doubt in my mind this fight is still play out and be one of the best fights in boxing, with Leo's high punch output, Gary's high IQ, and his blazing punches, punch speed with some power behind it. There's no doubt in my mind that fight would beat box office, man, and it would do great numbers in my opinion. And I think Gary Russell and Leo Santa Cruz would put on one of the best fights whenever it was to take place. That's my thoughts on it. That's my just do on it, man. Y'all get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Would y'all want to see a fight between Mr. Gary Russell and Leo Santa Cruz? I know I would. And as always, y'all get in that comment section and let me know if I gave that boy Leo Santa Cruz and Mr. Gary Russell their just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.